1分钟啊。OK， 8点我就按啦。
live 已經那個 YouTube 已經
Live
開始 live 啦。
OK， Thank you。
好啦，我 Andy 他们进来了啊，注意 ，OK，
可以
，Andy 了，
看我有没有 record 到哦。
Recording in progress.
现在没有，但是有了。
Hello guys. Hello. Happy Saturday. Okay, while we're waiting others to connecting to their audio and others friends are joining. Okay, so just bear with me a moment. Hi. All right. Happy Saturday, students. Okay, so you can let me know in the chat box there. Okay, so all right. Okay, hi Inje. Okay, I saw some of the students already like hi to me in the chat box. So yeah, appreciate that. Okay, so that you can hear me, right? All right, so good. So I will share, okay, you can see the chat box there. Actually, there is a Telegram link. Okay, so just in case that you're not joining the Telegram group, just click on it and quickly join our Telegram group, okay? So that we will share the slides and also the special notes to you in the group, okay? So we'll do the discussion in the group later on, all right? So see you there. Hi, students. Hi. Okay, we'll wait another 1 more minute to waiting others friends to joining. So I will do a very quick introduction to you all, okay? So happy to see you guys here. Okay. Hello guys. For those who coming just now, hi. Alright, so for those who are joining right now, for the new students right here, okay, so you can see the chat box message there. Alright, so you can just quickly join our Telegram group. Alright, so we will share the updates and also the teachers' slides, other things. We'll do the discussion in the Telegram group. Okay? Alright. Good. Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay, good. Okay, just let me quickly stop sharing the music first. Okay, just bear with me a moment. Okay, all right. So I will just try to share my screen again. So just let me know if you can't see my screen right here, yeah? Everything's good? Give me an emoji. Give me a thumbs up. Come on, let's give me a thumbs up. All right, thank you, Zen. All right, thank you. Okay. All right, so I will just quickly share my screen and do a very quick introduction here. All right, so I will just introduce myself first. I'm Joey here. Okay, I will be your MC today. Okay, your host today. Okay. All right, so welcome you all to join our science session today, okay, in your SPM. So how to score in your science SPM? So you will know later. Okay, so welcome you all, and I'm from AUG Student Services actually. So I will just try to introduce the AUG services to you all. Okay, so for those, I think most of you already joined like our previous session, and you were very well known about like what is AUG already, right? Okay, so later on we'll do another round of AUG services introduction to you all again. Okay, so that you can remember it again. Okay, don't forget about this. Okay, all right. So yeah. Alright, so what is AUG? Actually, we are an AUG Student Services and we are an education placement center. Okay, so you can see from here, we have 11 offices across the whole of Malaysia, okay, which includes East Malaysia also, right? So we have offices in countries like Indonesia, in Singapore, Philippines, China, and Hong Kong, and of course, as well as the Australia. Alright, so you can see from here. And for those who are very new to AUG, maybe some of you don't know what is AUG. Okay, so I will just let you know what our services do actually for the students. Okay, so we provide one-to-one counseling sessions to our students, and we help to do we assist for the application. And we assist for the student visa application also is if you are planning to go for overseas studies, and also advice of the scholarship and travel arrangement, accommodation, all these listed, all the services here are all free to all of our AUG students. Okay, all right, it's free, all right. Okay, so you can see from here, okay, can see the flags, right? Okay, so what the flags is about. Actually, this one is actually we do represent all the countries here that are listed here from the institutions. Okay, like Singapore, like Malaysia, Australia, UK, Canada, New Zealand, from all this. All right, so and how do we assist students? And we do support our students with some of the activities and events in this few past years, like interview sessions, and we also do provide like personally tasks or career tasks to our students also. Okay, and study tour. Okay, all right. So all these services actually how we assist our students. Okay, so students, sorry to interrupt. I will just mute you guys. Okay, you are staying muted because if you have any problems or any questions, you can just type in the chat box and let me know. Okay, all right. Okay, so remember to follow our AUG Malaysia social media on Facebook and Instagram. Why should you guys follow us? Because we will get the updated news in our social media on Facebook or either in Instagram. Okay, so for those who haven't followed us, please go and follow. Okay, just click on the follow button. Okay, very easy. All right, so you can see from here also there's actually our offices in no matter you are from Penang, you are from KL, you are from JB or either Kuantan, okay? So you can just screenshot it, very quick screenshot. Take a very quick screenshot just in case you need any assistance from us. Okay, just nearby you, like you are from JB, you can just contact us, or you are from Ipoh, from Penang, you can just contact us easily, okay? Through WhatsApp or through call. All right, thank you so much. And yeah. What about this? Okay, so I will just introduce you guys a very fun and very interesting events that are coming up now. All right, so we have a very exciting campaign, I can say that, this month in conjunction with our Malaysia Day. Okay, so just let me quickly test you guys, okay? You can see the chat box message there, right? So you can just text, just let me know, when is the Malaysia Day? In the chat box, let me know. When is the Malaysia Day? Is it on which day? In which month? I give you a tips. It is September. In which day? Okay, I see the answers. 9/16. All right, 16th of September. Okay, wow. Very good. You guys know Malaysia Day a lot. Okay, thank you. All right. Yep. Amazing. Okay, so I bet all of you already know when is the Malaysia Day. So in this campaign, in conjunction with the Malaysia Day, we have Tanaku Sport and Win campaign. Okay, you can participate in three simple steps. Okay, just let me quickly told you what is the 3 simple steps. Okay, firstly, you can scan the QR code here. If you are using your laptop now, you can just quickly grab your mobile phone to scan it, or you can just click on the link in the chat box there. Okay, you can just quickly click in the link in the chat box. And second, after you're filling up your details, your particulars, and you can spot all the difference and let us know how many differences in there. Okay, you can just quickly type in the in the Google form in it, and can just drop us the how many differences in it. And lastly, you can use your creativity, write a statement or a slogan or a phrases that representing the spirit of Malaysia. Okay, and you just click submit and done. Okay, so yeah, very quick and very easy. So just feel free to share this to your classmates or friends or any of your friends, as long as you are between 13 to 18 years old. Okay, you are encouraged and welcome to participate. Okay, very easy. And we have up to 640, as you can see from here. We have up to 640 worth of the vouchers to give away in a span of 10 days from 6 to 15 September. So it's a 10 days campaign to you all. All right, so please do take part in this one. Okay, you really will worth it. Okay, so we really want to give out the prizes to you and your friends to celebrate in this. This is Malaysia Independence Day. Okay, so yeah, great. Okay. All right, so you can just save the link in the chat box first, or quickly scan the QR code here. Okay, I will give you another 5 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, so yeah, I will just stop sharing my screen right now. Okay, this moment. All right, okay, so before we start the session and before we invite our teacher today, can we have just a very quick warm up to you guys? Okay, I will do a very simple ice breaking, as we call ice breaking or warm up session to you all. Okay, just to test out your science knowledge. Okay, because you know that today we are going to have a science class, right? Okay, so just let me quickly test you all about science knowledge. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, it's a very simple question and answer. You can just click on the answer. Click on the correct answer to me. Okay, so there is no punishment. Okay, so no need to worry. Okay, all right. Okay, so it gets ready. Are you guys ready? Give me some reactions to me. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, thank you, Susin. Okay, thank you, Zhen. All right, thank you. Okay, so just let me quickly share the polls here. If you can't see anything, you can just let me know always. Okay, just let me share the polls here. All right, get ready. Okay, the first question here. Which of the following is the main greenhouse gas? Okay, just click on the correct answer. Wow, I saw the answer is popping out very fast. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Okay, 2 more seconds. All right, I will end the poll soon. And I will share you the answer. Wow, you guys are very amazing. Okay, I will end the poll now. I will share the results to you all. You can see the results. Can you see the guys? Wow, you are very fantastic, amazing. So you guys are very confident to answer all these questions, you know. So yeah, the correct answer is carbon dioxide. Very good. Okay, wow, well done. We have another 2 questions more. Okay, so let's do it again. So just the second question here. Second question here. Which of the following endocrine glands would react when an individual stumbles upon a snack? Can you see? No. Can. All right. So which of the following endocrine glands would react when an individual stumbles upon a snack? Or cannot answer? Okay.
I think you cannot answer. You can try again to share the.
Okay, I will just stop sharing again and sorry for the technical issues here. Okay. Can see it? Okay, all right. Okay, great. Let's see. Is it adrenal or pituitary gland? I saw the answer is quite, 50-50. Okay, great. Okay, I will end it in another 3 seconds here. I think some of you are still thinking what's the answer, right? Okay, done it? Okay, I'll end the poll now. Okay. All right, so the correct answer would be adrenal. Okay. So for those who are answering wrongly, you are okay. Okay, no need to worry like the punishment, or I will point you out for who not answer the correct answer. Okay, so just don't worry about that. Okay, I will just give you a very roughly a knowledge and refresh your brain only. Okay, no need to worry. Okay, so for the last question here, let's see. What's the last question? Okay. Last question. I will choose this one. Okay. I will share. No. Okay. Which of the following is the correct spelling? Okay. Be careful of this. This one is very tricky and, Okay, because I think some of you are taking the science paper. There's a session that is require you guys to write a lot, right? So I think in those writing paper, I think you have to take note on the spelling. Okay, so be aware of that. Is it cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or is it O or U? Not sure. Okay, all right, I will end the poll now. Okay, so yeah, you guys are very amazing. Okay, so congratulations for those who are answering all the correct questions in those 3 questions here. Okay, so yeah, I will just very quick here. Okay, so there's no prizes lah. Okay, I will just give you a very claps to you all. Okay, and encouragement to you all. Okay, all right. I hope that you have fun and refreshment with this session. Okay, so I will just quickly invite our teacher today. We have Teacher Eddie today. Okay, so before I pass over the session to him, I will just quickly to let you know about the background of Teacher Eddie. Okay, all right. So Teacher Eddie is he have more than 12 years of teaching experience. Okay, and he also is a certified international masters of memory, and he focuses on mnemonic memorization and answer all the simple answering technique. And he will share all the techniques to you all later on. Okay, all right. So later on, you'll be getting to know more about like the carbon compound, which is I think the new terms in this science classes here. And also understand the latest of the SPM, the format of the, I think it's called the KSSM format. Okay, so yep, I will over to you, Teacher Eddie. So guys, students, please give a claps to welcome Teacher Eddie.
Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Salam sejahtera semua. Okay, so before we begin, let me share my iPad real quick. Okay, how are you guys doing? So even on a Saturday, you are here, I will consider that a win. Okay, it means that you want to learn. All right, so today, what are we covering? Okay, so I hope you are ready to learn. Before that, let us really quickly go through the format for SPM. Okay, fortunately for every one of us, this is the the first year of you using the new syllabus, but okay, it doesn't matter because the format stays the same. Okay, I know many of you are very scared by the new syllabus because there's a lot of things to memorize. You know, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of, I just might give you a little bit of tips on how to study them later. All right, so let's quickly go through the format for SPM. Okay, just in case you didn't know, we have our paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, just like your usual final exam format. Okay, but I believe some of you did not take final exam last year because of this pandemic. Okay, no matter. So we have 40 multiple choice question in our paper 1. That would be your ABCD. Okay, very, very typical. And of course, paper 2, you have your soalan struktur, okay, your structure question. you have your section A, B, and C, which is section A and B, you should have no problem answering. Okay, so I can see some of you are doing good. Okay, that's good. All right, so anyway, section A, you have 4 structure questions. These are the simplest question to answer. They are mostly 1 or 2 marks, 1 or 2 marks. It's, easily, there's only 20 marks here. And of course, this 6 remaining, the next section B, it will be slightly more technical. This one you require you to study a little bit more, okay, a little bit more technical. So 38 marks here. Okay, slightly more marks. And of course, section C, this is the most scary part, isn't it? Okay, you have 3 questions here. The first one, question 10, it carries 10 marks because this is an experiment question. Okay, I hope none of you skip those science report you have done in your school. I know many of you have. Okay, many of you done the experiment, you just pinjam your kawan say, pinjam lah. Okay, you just copy theirs. I hope you did not do that, okay, because if you do it yourself, this is just like any of the experiment report you do. And of course, the last one, you have 2 essay questions here. Okay, you just need to choose one and it will carry 12 marks. Okay, so you might say, sir, can I answer 2 of them? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Because if you answer 2 of them, the SPM examiner is going to mark 2 and they will give you the higher mark 1. So if you really have time after you finish your paper, I have 1 more hour, what to do? Then you do all the questions. Okay, the more shots you take, the more chances of you getting higher marks. All right, so it will carry 40 marks in your paper 1 and of course 80 marks in your paper 2. So the grand total will be 120 marks. All right, and of course, see how much you get. The total will be 100 lah. Okay, so in terms of the ratio of difficulty, half of the question will be easy question. Okay, soalan senang and mudah, and of course, 3 of it, 30% is soalan sederhana, moderate question. These are just slightly things that you need to study, like the adrenal question that you answered just now. That was considered a moderate question. Okay, but hey, I see 60% something, someone of you got correct. So, I'm very impressed. Okay, and of course, the last 20% would be your hard question. I wouldn't say they are very hard as long as you study, I believe they wouldn't be too hard. Okay, and some of them, they are K-bar question, HOTS question. Those, we call it soalan berteras tinggi, okay, high order thinking question. You should have no problem answering this. All right, so to score A, okay, in this seminar, I am not aiming anything less than A. Okay, please don't come and tell me, sir, I very syukur one. I just need C. Okay, or I just need a D. Okay, let me ask you this question. Next time, would you tell your parents, Ma, I think every month I earn 4,000 enough already. I don't want to earn too much. I don't want to achieve too much in life. Will you say that? No, you won't. Let's go for an A. This is a very good year for you to get an A. Okay, why do I say so? Okay, so let's see how do we get an A. Okay, to get an A, you will need around 70 marks. You might say, sir, I thought it's 75, I thought it's 80. Because you see, usually they will pull the grade down. Okay, that's the thing about SPM. They will look at your graph. You don't have to be very good. You just have to be better than others. Okay, you just have to be the top 20%. You will get your A already. Okay, so let's aim for 70. So how do you get your 70 marks? I have a few examples here. You can score 30 in your, paper 1. Okay, at least I would advise you to score 30. Okay, if you are being very careless, 30 is the lowest you should score. Okay, make sure you check your paper. And you will that if you are getting a little bit lower marks in your paper 1, then you have to do slightly harder in your paper 2. That would be, you need 54 marks here. That would be like what? Slightly more than half of 80. I wouldn't say this is very hard. Okay, or you are very good in paper 1, you manage to get 35. Hey, that's good for you. Okay, if you manage to get a 35 here, then this you would not need so much mark in paper 2. So you only need a 49 to get an A. Okay, so what is our challenge? You might say, sir, it's not that easy. Okay, yeah, of course it's not. I mean, if it is too easy, then your A means nothing. isn't it? So what is our main challenge? Our main challenge, okay, cabaran utamanya, okay, I'm just going to write BM here lah. Okay, cabaran utama. The main challenge we are facing is new syllabus. Okay, sukatan yang baru. This is your biggest concern. You might say, sir, new syllabus, a lot of things to memorize. But hey, this is also an advantage because you see, if they use new syllabus, it just means that questions will be slightly more difficult. So number one, they will make the questions easier, and number two, they will make your passing grade or A grade slightly lower. So I would say please take full advantage of that. Okay, hey, they might even pull the marks to 60. You will be surprised, okay? Because how do I know this? Because my teacher used to be, last time my school teacher used to be a SPM examiner. Believe it or not, at maths that year, because it was so difficult, you would only need a 40 total marks to get an A. Yes, you heard that right, 40 marks. You might say, sir, 40 marks, isn't it a pass? Okay, but for that year, 40 or 50, you will get an A already. Okay, I'm not trying to get your hopes up. You don't say, oh, sir, since teacher Eddie said 50 is A, right? I'm going to aim for 50. No. Okay, at the very least, you aim for 70. Okay, because we are talking about A's here. Okay, I'm not accepting anything less than A to tell yourself. I mean, even if when you aim for an A, even though if you don't get A, you at least get a B. Okay, so like I always say, aim for the sky. Even if you fall among the stars. Okay, so go for it. Go for an A. Anyway, so let us begin. This format, I think most of you have no question. So if you do have any question, please slow me down. Please type it in the chat. I'll be glad to answer your questions. All right, so first and foremost, let's do some warming up first. Okay, today's lesson will be kind of difficult. Okay, so you can get your paper and pen ready. You can write down any points you want. Of course, this thing will be sent to you later. Okay, so 5.2, hydrocarbon. This part, this subchapter, whenever my students see this, they will be shaking. Okay, Daila sir, how this one, hydrocarbon? So many of all these carbon stuff. Okay, they are actually easier than you think. Okay, it's difficult because I put it in here. It's not that difficult. All right, so what is hydrocarbon? As you see the name hydrocarbon, okay, hydrocarbon, okay, this means you have something hydrogen and you have something carbon. Itu je lah. Okay, so what is a hydrocarbon? A compound that has only hydrogen and carbon. Okay, there's really nothing else to say here. So if they ask you, what is hydrocarbon? It is a compound made up of only carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so the biggest example here would be your fossil fuel, your bahan api fossil. Okay, so let me quickly go through the BM. Sebatian yang diperbuat daripada karbon dan hydrogen sahaja. That means you only have two elements here. Okay, so for example, your fossil fuel. Okay, so what is fossil fuel? Fossil fuel is dead dinosaur. Okay, dead dinosaur. You have only three things here. The petrol you put in your car, okay, petroleum. The natural gas your mom used to masak. Okay, and of course, coal, arang batu. This one, we don't use it. This one, it's mainly for power station. Okay, power station, mainly for station jana kuasa. They will use coal to generate electricity. Okay, so this is your hydrocarbon. And of course, when it comes to hydrocarbon, we have another two types. We have saturated hydrocarbon, okay, hydrocarbon tebu, and unsaturated hydrocarbon, hydrocarbon tak tebu. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, whenever you see the word saturated tebu or saturated means full, penuh. Okay, penuh. And of course, non-saturated, unsaturated hydrocarbon is called tak tebu, which means this is not full. Okay, what does it mean by not full? Okay, before I go through this saturated and unsaturated, there's one point I need you to know. Carbon has 4 hands. Okay, all carbon has 4 hands. Don't ask me why. God made it that way. Okay, so carbon has 4 hands. So if you are, okay, so these 4 hands they will join with other atoms, okay, be it hydrogen or carbon. Okay, so let's look at your saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, your hydrocarbon tebu. Okay, what is it? Okay, if you look at this thing, can you see all carbon has 4 hands? Okay, let me zoom in real quick. Okay, can you see all carbon has 4 hands? This carbon, okay, has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 hands. Second carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Third carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Semua carbon ada 4 tangan, 4 hands. This is a must. Okay, so why do we call it a saturated hydrocarbon? That means this thing is full. Sudah penuh. That means it is all carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, carbon-carbon single bond, semua ikatan tunggal carbon-carbon. That means between carbon, they have all single hand. Can you see? This carbon and this carbon, okay, they become friends by holding one hand. And this carbon and this carbon, they become friends by holding another hand. Okay, so this class of saturated hydrocarbon, we have another name for it. We call it alkane. Okay, I'm pretty sure you have seen this in your lesson already, alkane. So as you see, single bond, all single bond. Okay, then how about unsaturated? This is, as the name says, unsaturated means tak terpu lah, tak penuh lah. Okay, so if you can see here, one or more carbon-carbon double bond. Okay, what is this double bond? When you zoom into here, why is this so weird? Why is this 2 bonds here? You see, this carbon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hands. This carbon also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 hands. But you see, between this carbon and this carbon, they have 2 hands holding. Whereas this one is only 1 hand. Okay, 1 hand. So this one, can you see there's 2 more gap here? Ada 2 tempat kosong dekat sini. That means I can add 2 more hydrogen here. That's why we call it unsaturated. Okay, tak terpu, because you can add some more things here. Whereas this one, oh, sorry guys, dah penuh dah. Cannot come in already. All seat taken. See, all taken. If hydrogen were to come in and say, please guys, can we have any more space? This alkane will be like, oh, sorry, dah penuh dah. So that's why we call it terpu. Okay, saturated. This one, tak terpu, because there's 2 more space here. So we call it tak terpu, unsaturated. That's why whenever you see this double bond, it is for sure unsaturated. Okay, when you see 2 gaps here, for sure it is unsaturated. Okay, really easy, huh? All right, so and this class is what we call alkene. Okay, alkane and alkene. So please recognize the name because this thing is for sure going to come in SPM. All right, so really simple, huh? Okay, so let's carry this into our fats. Okay, our lemak. Okay, I can say this for sure will come on SPM also because every year without fail, I don't care whether it's an objective question or it's subjective question, you will definitely see fats. Okay, lemak, because lemak is a very important part of our life. Okay, so lemak, you have your lemak tepu and your lemak tak tepu, saturated fat and unsaturated fat. So what are they? As we learned just now, saturated means everything is full. You cannot add anything into it anymore. All carbon is single bond. Semua dah penuh dah. So everything is full now. As for this one, unsaturated, you have 2 more gaps here. So this unsaturated fat means we can add something inside them. So let's look at the similarity first. How are they same? Okay, so this fat and this fat, how are they the same? They both contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, so it's different from here just now. They have 1 more oxygen here. This is just a slight difference. Okay, difference is what we are looking here. Okay, saturated fats, lemak tepu, it's most likely from animals. Okay, animals. When you eat chicken, okay, next time when you eat KFC, when you peel that chicken skin, underneath the skin, you will see that yellow color. Okay, you know butter? Mentega, okay, your butter, the thing is a saturated fat. Whereas your unsaturated fat, they are most likely from plants. Okay, and of course, the state at room temperature, animal fats, okay, when you take butter out from your fridge, they are solid. Whereas your cooking oil, okay, your minyak masak, the thing is liquid in room temperature. Okay, when you see your mom cook, when they put oil, so the thing is liquid. And then, of course, because of this is related to the next point. Because this is a solid, right? Right? So the melting point, takat lebu, is very high. To melt butter is hard. Whereas to melt your vegetable oil, you don't need to melt it. This is already cacair. That's why the melting point is very low. Okay, rendah. So for the example, as you can see, they are mostly binatang. Okay, your animal fats like chicken fat, lemak ayam, beef fat, lemak lembu, goat fat, lemak kambing, all these things that are less healthy. Okay, kurang berkhasiat. If you eat this more, you are going to die faster. Okay, so if you eat Ramly burger every day, if you eat chicken fats every day, maybe you can live to 40 lah. Okay, and then when you hit 40, you will get heart attack. So because it has bad cholesterol. Okay, so go and tell your mom, don't eat this too much. Okay, once or twice is okay. All right, so palm, as for your unsaturated fat, this is the slightly more healthy one. It is a palm oil and sunflower oil, your minyak sawit and minyak bunga matahari. I'm sure your mom uses this at home. Okay, so because this is healthier, lebih berkhasiat, it contains HDL. Okay, what is this LDL and HDL? LDL is the bad cholesterol. Okay, cholesterol jahat, okay, the bad guy, and then of course the HDL is the good cholesterol. Okay, cholesterol baik, which is good for your health. Okay, so this is the easiest part to score. This saturated and unsaturated. Okay, one is full, one is not full. One has all single bond, one has double bond. That's it. Okay, very, very easy to score. Okay, so how would SPM questions look like? Okay, let's go to your SPM question. Let's look at a few examples. So, which of the following is a hydrocarbon with single covalent bond? You see, wow, this is, they don't even tell you this is saturated. Straight away they say this is single covalent bond. You see, so easy, isn't it? Okay, ikatan covalent tunggal. So alkane, alkene. What is alkyne? This is not even what you learn. Alcohol, it's not a thing. Okay, so you see, everyone got it. So this is alkane. See, so easy. Wow, awesome. It means you guys are listening. Okay, so as you can see, alkene, this is double bond lah. This is not here. All right, so next, hydrocarbons are organic compound that contains only, okay, what does it only contain? Of course, hydrogen and carbon. Okay, that will be your C, because you see, hydrocarbon. Okay, you might say, sir, how about this one? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. This is for fats. Lemak sahaja. Okay, so then don't get confused. Your petroleum is here. Okay, your lemak is here. Okay, this is slightly a bit more confusing. All right, so next, let's look at the next question. So which of the following is an alkene? Yang manakah adalah alkena? So when you see alkene, you know this is double bond. Okay, you just look at where is double bond. The answer is so damn clear. There's only C here. Okay, so this is alkene, alkene, this is alcohol. Okay, you might say, sir, you lied to me lah. Can SPM be this easy? This is from SPM. Okay, what about triple covalent bond? That is not your syllabus. That's a very good question. Okay, triple covalent bond is your cyanide. This thing you will die inhaling. You know, extra info. You don't need to know this. Okay, you don't need to know this. All right, so as you can see, it is as simple as it is. All right, so last one, which of the following comparison between saturated and unsaturated is incorrect? So as you know, saturated is the unhealthy one. Okay, the saturated one, this is the healthy one. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Liquid state at room temperature, solid state at room temperature. Is this the correct answer? Okay, is your butter liquid in room temperature? Is your sunflower oil solid at room temperature? You see, this is actually songsang already. That's why I read the question properly. That's why I always like to write examples like this at the side so that I don't confuse myself. All right, so high melting point, low melting point. Okay, this is correct. Okay, and of course, high cholesterol content, yes. Low cholesterol content, yes. Found in animal, yes. Found in plant, yes. Okay, so the answer will be A. Why is it A? Because read the question. This is tidak tepat. Okay, sometimes that's why I always say, before going to your exam, please get enough sleep. Sometimes you don't get enough sleep, you will have something in front of your eyes, then somehow when you come out of the exam hall, you say like, hey, what did I just do? So make sure you sleep enough. Okay, sleep is more important than you think. Sleep makes you taller. Do you know that? You want to grow taller, you need to get more sleep. Scientific fact. Okay, so if you are very pendek, sleep more. Okay, so anyway, question one. Let's look at your structure question. Soalan struktur. So of course you have your unsaturated fat here. Okay, you have a double bond here. This is unsaturated. Okay, tak tepu. And of course this is saturated here. This is tepu. Okay, so what is meant by hydrocarbon? We just went through this. Okay, a compound that contains only hydrogen and carbon. Okay, sebatian yang mengandungi hanya hydrogen dan carbon. Okay, good. Right, yes, Joyce, thank you. Okay, that's good of you. So anyway, I'm going to write my answer in both language. Okay, so about this language thing, if you want to use BM, you use BM for the whole question. A, B, C, D, or you use BM. If you want to switch back to English, the next question you use English for the whole thing. Okay, it is accepted if you use dui bahasa as long as they are not in the same question. Okay, because if you rojak like that, the examiner will get very angry. You are trying to mainkan your examiner. So just trying to make his or her job easy. Okay, just use one language. So B, identify the type of hydrocarbon for P and Q. Okay, I just mentioned it. This is your saturated yang tak tepu, and this is your saturated tepu. Okay, the answer is here. Okay, I'm not going to write this again. So explain your answer in B. Okay, this is the most hated question. Explain again. Terangkan. Okay, how do you explain? Really easy. This one has a carbon-carbon double bond. This one has a carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, good. So do you need to write this covalent? It is up to you. Okay, so you can say P is a double, sorry. Okay, this is a carbon-carbon double bond or double covalent bond if you want to write the full answer. For Q, this is a carbon-carbon single bond. Okay, ikatan. Okay, wait, what's the BM again? Sorry, I forgot already. Okay, ikatan ganda dua. Okay, sometimes I keep changing language, I will get kelam kabut. Okay, so this is ikatan dua. Okay, ganda dua. Okay, and then this is ikatan tunggal. All right. So next, name two main sources of hydrocarbon. I just said your source, you have three. You have your petroleum, you have your natural gas asli, and of course you have your coal. This thing is your arang batu. Okay, you just need two. Guys, when you see questions like this, even if they give you 2 marks, please don't go and what pandai go and give 3. Oh, I'm very good, I'm a show. No. If they give you 2, then you say 2. Okay, don't try to write more because if you get it wrong here, they might even minus off your marks. So just don't try to overachieve. Okay, so 2A, what are fats? Okay, you're not teaching bio anymore. You tend to join your bio class. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't teach bio anymore. Okay, I teach science now. Okay, so anyway, good of you to remember me teaching bio. I used to teach bio last year. Okay, anyway, so what are fats? Okay, fats are compound. Okay, just now, hydrocarbon is compound made from hydrogen and carbon, isn't it? Okay, for your fat, it is a compound made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. You have one more oxygen there. Okay, sebatian yang mengandungi carbon, hydrogen, dan oxygen. You have one more oxygen here. That will be your lemak. Okay, that will be your fats. All right, so this one is pretty straightforward. Source, this is mostly from animal. This is mostly from plant. Okay, physical state, solid and liquid. Okay, pepejal dan cecair. And of course, melting point, this is high and this is low. Number of hydrogen atom, this is maximum. You cannot add any more hydrogen to saturated because it's already tepu, already full. Whereas your unsaturated, this is not maximum. Okay, bukan maximum, dan maximum. Cholesterol content, this is high, okay, bad for health. This is low. Presence of double bond, no. This one, yes. Okay, I know I'm rushing a little bit because this thing is, I'm sure most of you have already learned. So I don't think you have any question here. Okay, so if there's no question, let us move forward. Let us go to 6.1. Okay, this is my main focus for today. This is the nightmare, isn't it? This is chapter 6, all right? Whenever you see electrolytic cell, oh my goodness. Okay, to be fair, this thing used to be in chemistry. Okay, and earlier this year when they announced the syllabus, when I look at this, I was like, why is this here? I thought I got the wrong book because I used to teach chemistry. When I saw this thing, I thought, mesti lah salah ni, kenapa ni dekat sini? Okay, so why is it here? And then turns out, oh, our Ministry of Education decided that you're too smart. I will put something here like this to let you all study. Okay, so is this thing very hard? It has a little bit thing to memorize. Okay, so let's get into it. It is not as hard as you think. Okay, so anyway, what is an electrolytic cell? Cell electrolytic. So what is an electrolysis, by the way? Electrolysis is this thing. I'm sure you have seen this in Form 2. Right? When you put water here, they just split water into two test tube here. You will get oxygen here, you will get hydrogen here. Okay? I'm sure last time Form 2, you just memorize this thing, buta, you have no idea what the hell is this. Okay? So now, let us get straight into this. This is easier than you think. All right, so first, what is electrolysis? Whenever you see the word electrolysis, okay, what is electro? Electro means electric. Okay, electric. What is lysis? Lysis means breaking. Okay, memecahkan. That means I'm using electricity to break something up. Okay, Yixing thought is very clear. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so anyway, electrolysis is the decomposition. Decomposition means breaking. Okay, of a compound in the molten or aqueous state into its constituent element when electric current flows through it. Okay, let me go through the BM first. Electrolysis adalah penguraian sebatian dalam keadaan leburan atau keadaan larutan aqueous kepada unsur juzuknya apabila arus elektrik mengalir melaluinya. Okay, so what is this? Compound in the molten or aqueous state. What is this thing? Okay, this thing in short, we just call it electrolyte. Okay, electrolyte. So dalam keadaan leburan dan aqueous, we just call it electrolyte. Okay, so what is this thing? Okay, let us go into this diagram. When you see this thing, okay, you might get scared. Don't, it's really easy. Okay, so what are you trying to look here? First of all, look at your battery. Look at your battery. Because if you got the battery the wrong way, habis. Mampus, the whole thing will be wrong because you just reverse everything. So look at your battery. So can you see this is positive here? This is negative here. So as you know from your Form 2 electricity, electricity will always go from positive to negative. Okay, so if you really want to write it down, okay, you just draw arrows here, all the way here. And for myself, I like to write my electrons here. Okay, I like to write E here. That means it shows me all the electron is right here. So when I look at this diagram, I will know, okay, negative is here. Okay, negative is here. Very simple. So after drawing the electricity, there are two things I want you to look at. Number one is the stick here. Can you see two sticks here? These two sticks, the two batang here, we call it electrode. Okay, electrode. Are you with me? Make sure you're with me. Okay, so electrode is the two sticks there. And of course, this one you also learn it in Form 2. The two sticks, we call it anode and cathode. Okay, anode is the positive, cathode is the negative. Okay, so anode, it is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, disambungkan ke terminal positive battery, and negative, it is connected to the negative terminal of battery. Okay, disambungkan ke terminal negative battery. So this is why I put my electrons here. Okay, I draw my E here, I will understand. Okay, I just look at this, I will understand. Okay, next one. Okay, this is the first thing we look at, which is the two sticks there. Second, when we look at your water, remember just now I said electrolyte. Electrolyte is the water. Okay, the solution, the water. So this electrolyte is something that can conduct electricity in molten or aqueous state. What is molten? Molten means leburan. You cook something until it melts, like your salt. Aqueous means you put your salt in water. Something that can conduct electricity. Okay, I'm sure you see this word where before? You see this word in 100 plus. Okay, on the 100 plus bottle, it says, oh, drink 100 plus to replenish your electrolyte. You just think, what is that? it just looks like a very junky word. Electrolyte is salt water lah. Okay, it's salt water. When you drink 100 plus, it replenishes your salt in your body. Okay, you give salt to your body so that you don't cramp lor. Okay, you don't kejang otot lor. So this is your electrolyte. So as you can see, electrolyte also has two parts. You have the positive part and you have the negative part. Okay, this is a bit confusing because the positive part, we call it cation. This is not pronounced as cation, guys. It's pronounced as cation. And this negative part is pronounced as anion. Okay, so why? You might say, sir, I thought you say just now, cathode is negative. Then why is the cat here positive? Okay, because it is this way. Cation means cathode punya ion. Okay, cathode punya ion. That means if this is cathode, okay, if I am attracted to cathode, I'm positive. Okay, that means okay, let's just imagine negative is a girl. Okay, this is a very pretty girl. And of course, if you're attracted to a girl, you are a guy. Okay, please don't say, sir, then no homosexual, man. There's no homosexual in chemistry. Okay, it doesn't exist. All right, so positive will be attracted to negative. That's why if I'm attracted to cathode, I am cathode punya ion. I just call myself cation in short. So they are positive. And of course, the opposite is true. So your anion, as you would guess it, this is anode punya ion. Okay, if I'm attracted to anode, which is positive, this is a guy. Okay, if you're attracted to a guy, that means you're a girl. Okay, so you're attracted to the anode. Anion is attracted to the anode. Cation is attracted to the cathode. Okay, make sure you understand this. If you get everything in reverse, it will be completely wrong. So that's very important. Okay, so I did a very short diagram here for you to understand. Okay, so we have the electrode. Electrode is the stick, the batang. Okay, so the batang has positive and negative. Okay, and then the electrolyte is the air, the water. Okay, the solution, the air. So the air inside also got positive and negative. So negative anion is attracted to anode. Okay, positive. Cation positive is attracted to cathode, negative. Okay, so this is the diagram you need to understand. Very, very simple to understand. Okay, so you might say, okay, sir, why are we doing this? Why do this? Because at the end of the day, my point is to split my water into positive and negative. Okay, do you still remember your Form 2? If you study in Form 2, we learned that water is H2O. Okay, so water is positive. Okay, H is positive. Oxygen is negative. Okay, so this positive is what we call your cation. This one in front is the cation. And this oxygen behind is the anion. Okay, so if this is the cation, I'm positive, I'm a guy, I will be attracted to the girl. Okay, cathode punya ion. If I'm a guy, if I'm negative, okay, if I'm a girl, I'll be attracted to the positive, which is the anode. That's why in Form 2, when you memorize, you will memorize that, oh, positive, you see oxygen gas. Okay, negative, you see hydrogen gas. And then you ask your teacher, kenapa cikgu? Kenapa anode is oxygen and then cathode is hydrogen? Your cikgu will say, jangan kisah, kau hafal saja. Because that's what my teacher told me. You memorize only. I was like, something I don't understand how I memorize leh. So now you understand. Okay, so hydrogen is always positive. Okay, it's a cation. Always we put positive in front. Okay, and then of course the negative is the oxygen. They will be put to opposite. It's just as simple as that. Okay, so now we successfully split water into oxygen and into hydrogen. Okay, hope I don't make you fall asleep. I know this is a bit hard to digest. Okay, so it's just like your left side of the shoe going to the right side. Okay, and right side going to the left side. Something like that. All right, so anyway, let's look at what do we choose here. Okay, Is it really that simple in exam when you only just use H2O? Unfortunately, no. Okay, unfortunately, no. So in your exam, you will see something like this. Okay, factors affecting the product in electrolysis. So we have a list of cation and we have a list of anion. Okay, so this is so hard to memorize, isn't it? Okay, so this is the biggest question I get, sir. How do we memorize this thing? Okay, so I'll talk about this later. Okay, let's just go into these three factors first. Okay, so what ions will be chosen? Sometimes in an electrolyte, okay, let me just draw a cup of water. Okay, let's just imagine this is a cup of salt water. Okay, air garam. You know what's air garam? You know what's air garam, right? You just take the water, you just put salt inside. Okay, inside your salt water, you have salt is NaCl. Okay, sodium chloride. So this one you should already know. And then water is H2O. Okay, so now you have two questions here. Okay, you have two things here. You have sodium, you have chlorine, you have hydrogen, you have oxygen. Okay, now you will say, oh no, there's a problem here now. I have two cation. Okay, I have two anion. I have two guys and two girls. So if you are the cathode and you are the anode, which one will you choose? You see, this is the difficulty here. Which one will I choose? Okay, will I choose sodium Na, or will I choose hydrogen? Okay, and then for the cathode, for the anode, will I choose chlorine or will I choose OH? So this is why you have this list here. Okay, so what determines what to choose? Okay, so you have three things to look at. You have three situations here. Number one, we look at the position of ion in the electrochemical series. What is this electrochemical series? This is called series electrochemia. This thing is this list. Okay, I'll talk about this later. And of course, number two, we look at the concentration of electrolyte. This number three, I'm not going to talk about this today, because if I do, it will be a lot of things to say already. Okay, so let's look at the situation number one. Okay, you might still say, sir, I still don't understand. What the hell is this? Okay, what the hell is this? Okay, let me explain this. As you know, cation is positive. Okay, I'm attracted to cathode one. Okay, cathode is negative one. If I'm attracted to cathode, I am positive. And if I'm attracted to anode, okay, anode is positive, I am negative. Anion is negative. Okay, I want you to use my concept just now. Cation is guy, lelaki. Okay, and then negative is girl. Okay, girl. So how do you memorize this thing? Okay, okay, as I was saying, as just now, Miss Joey said that I'm a international master of memory. Okay, so I like to memorize things using simple method. Okay, I'm sure sometimes your teacher tell you, you just die memorize this thing. It's not gonna happen. Okay, you will forget. Okay, so how do I memorize? Okay, my method is, okay, I use this alphabets here, all these symbols here. Okay, this is my story. Kalau nak kawin. Okay, kalau nak kawin, mesti ada zebra fantastic. Okay, supaya perkawinan. Okay, I use BM method to memorize. Hari-hari Jun dan aman. Okay, this is my way of memorizing. You might say, sir, I don't like your story. Then you use another story. This is my way. Okay, because I've used this thing for 12 years, it's still in my head. Okay, so what does it mean? Kalau nak kawin, if you want to get married, mesti ada zebra fantastic. You need to have a very fantastic zebra so that your perkawinan is everyday Jun. You know what is Jun? Jun means good. You want your marriage to be very good and aman. You want your wife not to shout at you. You need to have fantastic zebra. Okay, so this is my way. Okay, some of my students say, sir, I don't like zebra. Okay, is there any funnier one? Because some of my students they very 18xx one. They want something a bit funny, a bit 18 plus only they can understand. Okay, so I just say simple lah. You just change your zebra to Zaka. You know it's the Zaka, right? Zaka is your male. Hey, this is what my students say. Okay, I change this thing to Zaka, immediately you can memorize. Wow, sir, I can memorize this for like 10 years, no problem. You see, so up to you. If you think, yeah, sir, this is too 18xx for me, I don't like Zaka, then you use zebra law or you use zombie law, whatever you like it. Okay, so kalau nak kahwin, okay, kalau nak kahwin, mesti ada zebra fantastic supaya perkahwinan hari-hari Jun dan aman. Okay, so this is my way. Okay, how about for anion? Okay, this is a bit vulgar lah. I'll try to censor the words lah. Okay, so fluorine, sulfate, nitrate, chlorine, bromine, iodide, and hydrogen. So hydroxide, how do I memorize this? Farah, so naughty. Okay, why is she so naughty? Because she calls Brian an idiot asshole. Okay, so this is how I memorize. Okay, the funnier your story is, the better you can memorize. So you can make your own story. This is what I have been using for the longest time. Okay, so you need to memorize this thing because this is more important than you think. If you don't memorize this thing and you go into the exam hall, you try to do this, basically you are trying to bring a keris into a gunfight. You will die. Okay, not to say you will die lah. Maybe you can use keris to kill someone with a gun, then hey, good for you. Okay, but why not just bring a gun to the fight? Memorize this thing. Okay, so how does this thing work? Okay, I want you to think of it. Okay, this is the guy, right? Okay, this is the girl, right? Okay, so do we choose? When we come back to this situation, how do we choose? Which one do we choose? Do we choose sodium or hydrogen? Or do we choose chlorine or hydroxide? Okay, now this is the point. So we look at the position of the ion in the electrochemical series, which is this list here. So if the concentration of the solution is less than 1 mole decimeter cube, if it is very diluted, or they didn't mention anything. In the question, they didn't talk anything about the concentration, it is the first case. Okay, diluted, cair. Okay, larutan yang cair, we choose the lower ion. Okay, we choose the lower ion. That means in this case, Na and H, who is lower? H is lower, so we choose H. Okay, we choose H. And then in this case, for chlorine and OH, which is lower? OH is lower, so we will choose OH. Okay, you might say, sir, why? Why choose the lower one? Okay, very simple. I told you just now, this is a list of guys, right? This is a list of girls, right? Okay, I want you to think of it this way. The taller the guy is, okay, the taller the guy is, the more good looking they are. Okay, the more leng zai they are, the more kacha they are, right? Girls, you want a tall guy, right? Your ideal guy would be 18 something cm or 17 something cm. You wouldn't want a guy that is 15 something cm, isn't it? Take for example BTS lah. I'm sure a lot of BTS fans here. Okay, BTS look so good, you like them because they are all 18 something or 17 something because they are tall. If BTS today were to 14 something, they will look very weird. Why are they all so short? Okay, so as I was saying here, the taller a guy is, the more good looking they are. Okay, so what does this have to do with anything? Okay, so this electrolysis is about kicking someone out, right? You see, if I choose hydrogen, I will kick hydrogen out from the water. That's why I get hydrogen gas. Okay, if I choose the lower guy, the lower girl here, which is OH here, I will kick the girl out. Okay, so why kick? How does this relate to anything? Okay, the taller you are, okay, this is like a swimming pool. This is like a swimming pool, like a swimming pool. So we have two guys here. Okay, if you are having a pool party, let's say, if you're having a pool party, you have a swimming pool, you are having a party. Which one will you kick out of your party? Do you kick the ugly guy or do you kick the good looking guy? Okay, I'm not trying to say good looking guy is the best lah. But if you're having a pool party, you will kick out the ugly guy. I know it sounds very cruel. So who is the uglier guy here? Hydrogen. Because hydrogen is shorter. Okay, hydrogen is like the very short guy here, 1/6 something, very ugly. You don't like him. Okay, so you kick him out. Whereas this sodium, oh my goodness, sodium is like number 2 leh. This is the second most good looking, second most leng zai fella in the pool, second most kacak fella in the pool. So you keep it here lah. That's why this fella is not chosen. Okay, it is not chosen. You choose the lower guy. Okay, and then for the girl, it's the same. A taller girl is a better looking girl. That's why if you look at models, they're all tall. A shorter girl is, not as attractive as, okay, just a story lah. So as you can see, who is the shorter girl here? OH is the shorter girl. Okay, shorter than chlorine. So chlorine is better looking. So chlorine will not be kicked out from the pool. OH will be kicked out from the pool party. I don't like you because you are not as good looking. So I kick you out from the pool. Okay, so you always choose the lowest guys. You will never choose the taller guys and girls because they're very good looking, they're very leng zai, so they're very kacak, you won't kick them out of the pool. Okay, so this is the basic concept to understand. So how do we apply this in question? Okay, the question is how do we use this thing in your question? Okay, so let's look at our example. So as you can see here, this is a very typical question. Okay, so what do I say? The first step is you look at the battery. Okay, you look at the battery. So can you see this is positive here? Okay, and this is negative here. So always, always, always make it a good habit. Draw your current flow. Okay, from positive to negative. So this part will be full of electron. Okay, so this is the negative electrode. This is the positive one. This is the first step. Okay, so now you know this is the negative. Okay, this is the negative and this is the positive. So now you know. So what's next? Next, we need to find out who are the guys and girls inside this pool. Like I said, this is a pool party, right? This is a pool party, right? So let's look at pool party. Your party kolam renang. You have a swimming pool at your home. You're having a Hollywood pool party. So inside here is copper sulfate solution, CuSO4. Whenever you see the word solution, you know there is water inside, for sure. Okay, like I said, salt solution, you have water inside. So this copper sulfate solution, you have water inside. Okay, so this water here, hang on, I accidentally closed my, okay, so anyway, so let's look at your water here. As you know, water is H2O. Okay, water is H2O. So what do you do next? Now we have to list out all the ions inside the pool. Okay, we have to list all the ions inside the pool. So what is inside here? As you know, CuSO4, you have Cu here, you have SO4 here. Okay, so this is positive, this is negative, and then H2O, you have H and OH here. H2O is confirm H and OH, confirm. Okay, confirm. Okay, so now as you know, this is the positive, isn't it? This is the guy, isn't it? So these two are the cations. These two negative, they are the anions. So what do you do now? You group them into this chart. Okay, so if you want, you can draw this chart in exam to help you, to make you not so confused. So what are the cations? The cations are the H plus and the Cu2 plus. Okay, and then the anion is the SO4 and the OH. Now you see, you've written down all your charges, which is the anode and the cathode. You have written your cation and anion. Now you can do your question so much easier. Okay, so let me ask you, which is uglier? Who is the uglier guy? Who is the guy you will kick out from the swimming pool? So we look at our list. Okay, so as you can see here, Cu is uglier than hydrogen. Cu is very ugly. Hydrogen is really ugly. Now, this fellow is even more ugly. So what do? You kick this guy out of the pool. So you choose him. Okay, you choose him. And then for the anion, SO4 and OH, who do you choose? Who do you choose? Who's the ugly one? OH is the ugly one. So you will kick OH out from the pool. So you will choose this guy. Okay, so we'll choose this guy. So this thing, like I said, cation will go to the cathode, right? Okay, anion will go to the anode, right? Okay, so what do you see? what do you see in real life? Okay, Cu is copper. So at the cathode there, you will see copper. You know what is copper? Copper is your wire. You know, when you open your wire, you see like, you know, reddish brown color thing, right? That's the copper. You will start to see at this cathode here, you will slowly see, why is there like brown color stuff sticking on it? That's the copper. Okay, how about OH? OH is oxygen. Okay, so this anode here, you will see oxygen. How do you see oxygen? How do you see gas in water? You see bubbles lah. Okay, you see bubbles lah. So let us answer the question. So at cathode, which is here, what ion is discharged? Okay, discharge. Okay, what is discharge? What is discharge? What is dinya charge? Discharge means kick. You gonna kick out. Who is the guy gonna kick out? Copper lo. Okay, copper. So copper ion, okay, is discharged. Of course, you cannot say kick out. If in subjective question you say copper is kicked out, koprom kena tendang. Your teacher put a question mark there. Tendang apa? Kick where? So please make sure you don't write kick. Please make sure you write discharge. I'm saying kick so that it's easy for you to understand. Okay, so it is discharge because it is less what than ion. Okay, so we know that copper is less good looking than hydrogen, isn't it? But you cannot say this. You cannot say in exam, copper is less good looking than hydrogen. Copper is less lengzai than hydrogen. Copper kurang kacak daripada hydrogen. Your teacher will again, what? She doesn't understand. So to say lengzai, to say good looking for guys, okay, like your oppa, very, very good looking, your Korean oppa, very good looking. In chemistry, we use the word electropositive. Okay, electropositive means good looking. Okay, when I say copper, okay, let's say just now, if sodium is more good looking than hydrogen, we say that sodium is more electropositive than hydrogen. Okay, this is the scientific word. Please don't write good looking because your answer will be wrong. Okay, so good looking is electropositive. So in this case, because it is less, why is copper gonna kick out? Because copper is less lengzai than hydrogen, isn't it? Less kacak, less good looking than hydrogen, isn't it? So it is less electropositive. Okay, kurang, in BM is the same thing, electropositive. Okay, ion koprom dinya charge. Okay, then your hydrogen ion daripada ion hydrogen. Okay, so copper is less good looking. How about for anion? Okay, for girls, you don't use the word electropositive. You change a little bit. Okay, like when you look at your Korean Oni or Nuna, you say, oh, she's very good looking. You use the word electronegative. Okay, common sense what? Just now this one guy is positive what? So you say electropositive. This one girl is negative what? So you say electronegative. Okay, hope you're following me. Okay, don't get left behind. If I'm too fast, you can slow me down. Okay, so at anode here, this guy will be kicked out. Okay, because why? Because hydroxide is like the worst looking girl. Sulfate is very good looking. This is like your Twice or your whatever girl band okay, Blackpink, very good looking. This is like Lisa, wow, very lengthy, very good looking. This one is like very short, not good looking. So this girl will gonna kick out. Okay, this is the easiest way to understand. All right, so at anode, what is discharge? What gonna kick out? That would be your hydroxide ion. OH is called hydroxide. Okay, ion hydroxide dinya charge. Because it is less, what is the good looking in girls? Because it is less electronegative. Okay, electronegative, same as BM. So then what ion? This SO4, we call it sulfate ion. Daripada ion sulfate. Okay, so this will be it. Okay, this would be it. So let me just do a quick summary. How do you do electrolysis? Number one, look at your battery. Okay, look at your battery. Look at where is your anode and where is your cathode. Second, look at your water. What is inside your water? Okay, list out all the ions, group them into cation and anion. That's the second step. Okay, look at your positive and your negative. Third step, look at your chart. Okay, who is the worst looking one in guys, the worst looking one in girls? Choose them, kick them out from the water. You will see that thing coming out. So if I choose copper, you will see copper. If I choose hydroxide, I will see oxygen. Okay, so can you see why is this list important now? If you don't memorize this thing, you will be blind. You also don't know which one to choose, isn't it? Who is more good looking? You don't know. Who is worse looking? Who is the shorter one? You don't know. Die lah. That's why you see, you need to memorize this thing. Okay, I already made your job so much easier. Okay, I already created story for you. Okay, you can use all kind. Okay, will they give the table in the SPM exam? No, that's the hard part about this thing. Okay, I wish they could, but usually they won't. But you see, you are the first year using this syllabus, so maybe they will give you hints. I don't know, but we always prepare for the worst. Okay, just memorize. Okay, just memorize. So I have a lot of students with all kinds of creativity lah. They say, sir, I don't like this. Can I use this instead? Okay, I've heard all kinds of story. Okay, please stop calling me my something. All kinds of story I've heard lah. Okay, you create your own story. Okay, this kalau nak kahwin might not even be suitable for you. I even have Muslim students say, sir, can I say kalau nak kahwin mesti ada what was it again? Your zakat fitrah. You know what is zakat and fitrah? Zakat fitrah is your cukai, isn't it? Okay, your Muslim taxes. So can I say zakat fitrah? Yeah, sure. Okay, make your own story. Okay, you can just go create. Memory is about creating things that your brain can recognize. Okay, story that you can recognize. Create the most ridiculous story that you can. Okay, then it will be forever in your head. Okay, can I just memorize hydrogen and below and the rest is higher? Yeah, sure. Okay, I have those students who say, sir, is there any shortcut here? Because we always like shortcut, isn't it? Okay, if you really, you sumpah cannot memorize, you say, sir, memory full, nothing else to go in already. Okay, fine. Okay, then you memorize the bottom 5. Okay, you memorize the bottom 4 or 5. This one is mostly for students that are, you guys are a bit lazy. You say, where got memory full here one? Okay, it's just excuse lah. Students are very funny one, When I ask them, can you memorize this? No, sir, this is too much info, too much to memorize. But when I ask them, do you still remember the Korean drama you watched 3 years ago? Oh, yes, sir. You have to watch that Korean drama. I remember all their conversations. I remember all their characters. Wow, why so different? Why the drama you can memorize? Oh, because got oppa the oppa very good looking. Then I don't know. Okay, so make your own story. Okay, this just go crazy with it. Make your own story, whatever you like it here. Okay, this is somehow my story. I just find it comfortable memorizing this way. Okay, can So quick number 1. Okay, first step, look at your anode and cathode, look at the battery. Second, list out all your cation and anion. Third step, choose. 3 steps you follow. As long as you follow these 3 steps correctly, you will never be wrong. And of course, the keywords you have to know lah. Okay, please don't give me this good looking. Okay, I really have students doing this, because I tell them, when you explain this, you just imagine good looking. That fella really go and write this in exam. Because copper is less good looking than hydrogen. He got a very big question mark there. The cikgu also tak faham. Good looking. Why good looking? Now beauty pageant. Okay, so please make sure you change that good looking into electropositive or electronegative. And then the kick out, you say discharge, charge. So there are a few keywords that you need to know. Okay, this chapter usually come out which part? Okay, good question there, Jacinta. So it depends on your luck. Okay, if this year your Ministry of Education decide that, you know, let you go a bit lah. They will put this in objective. Let you tembak. If they really want to murder you, they will put this thing in paper 2. When you see this thing, oh, you die lah. Die lah. Paper 2, how? But let me tell you this. If you prepare yourself enough, what are you scared of? Okay, what are you scared of? If your gun is loaded, whatever enemy come, you just shoot je lah. So don't. If you are scared of an enemy because your gun is not prepared, you only have 1 bullet, you have 10 enemies charging at you, of course you're scared lah, right? So get yourself prepared. My point is, what is the most common question that will come on your exam? Okay, that's a very good question. We shall go into the question later. Okay, I will give you the SPM question later. Okay, so let's look at number 2. Okay, when do you choose something different? So just now I said we choose the lowest guy and the lowest girl, right? Are the charge number important? Okay, these charges, right? All these charge are, no. Please don't go and memorize. If you are from chemistry, yes, you do. This is just for you to look at whether they are positive or negative, okay? Shuko, isn't it? If I ask you to memorize this number, wow, you die. Okay, so luckily not. Do we have to do a revision about science from Form 1 to 3? I wouldn't say so. Okay, you don't need to revise Form 1 to Form 3. You just need Form 4 and Form 5. But I mean basic infos you need to know lah. Okay, like your beaker, you study in Form 1. You don't tell me, sir, Form 4 we didn't learn beaker, so I forgot what is that thing called. Huh? You okay ah? I will choke slap. I will slap you, I tell you. Okay. So anyway, will this kind of question ask for drawing? Yes, they might. They will ask you to sketch. Okay. Hey, if they ask you to draw, it's a good thing, you know. 1 diagram like this, 3 marks. Okay. Rather than you writing your grandfather's story here, you just draw this thing 3 marks. Wow, good. Okay. In section C, most likely not. Most likely not. Section C, most likely they will ask essay question like, for example, you know the fats we go through just now? They will ask you to describe what is saturated and unsaturated fat. Okay? They won't ask you to draw this in section C. You know why? Because it's too easy for you. Essay question, you're supposed to write essay. Let me ask you, if you go for PM essay, if you go for English essay, will they ask you to draw diagram? You dream on lah. Okay, they will make you write until your hand want to patah already. That's their point. So they will ask all those writing stuff. Okay, you draw 1 tube only. Okay, do you know why they only draw 1 tube here? Because there's only oxygen coming from here. Okay, you have only oxygen here. You can also draw another one here, but there's no gas here. I choose copper here. What? If I choose hydrogen here, then maybe I need to draw a tube here. This tube is to collect gas, nothing much. You don't want to draw tube here, so never mind one. You will still see bubbles. You will still see bubble. That's the oxygen bubble. Okay, wow, there's a lot of questions. That's very good. Asking question means you know what you're doing. When there's no question, then I will be worried. Maybe you guys are, your heart is somewhere else. Okay, so anyway, let's look at your question 2. Okay, question 2, your second situation is slightly different. Okay, when in the question they tell you the solution is concentrated. Okay, larutan adalah pekat. What is pekat? Pekat means it is more than 1 mole decimeter cube. I say, so what is this? Okay, this is the unit for concentration. Okay, if they tell you, if they give you a beaker of water, they say, okay, this is salt water, and this is 2 mole decimeter cube. Good. You see, 2. That means it is more than 1. That means this is concentrated. That means this thing is very pekat. Okay, very pekat. When the electrolyte, when the water is very pekat, now we have to change the rules slightly. Okay, we have to change the rules slightly. So what do we change? Okay, when we look at this thing, the guy still remain. Okay, guy still remain. There's no change here. We still choose the lowest guy. We still kick the uglier guy out from the pool. Okay, so I'm not trying to discriminate against ugly guys. We are all here pretty, don't worry. Okay, so anyway, so you kick out the ugly guys. Okay, there's no change. Whereas for anion, okay, for anion, we slightly change the rule. Instead of choosing the ugliest girl, we choose a slightly higher girl, which is chlorine, bromine, or iodine. Why? Because they are concentrated. Okay, let's just imagine this thing is concentrated. That means okay, what is the ion in salt water? If you still remember, we have chlorine and hydroxide here, isn't it? Cl and OH here, isn't it? So if I have Cl and OH here, but if I'm very concentrated salt water, that means I have a lot of salt here, a lot of garam inside here, very, very salty. So if it is very salty here, that means inside you have a lot of chlorine, a lot of chlorine instead of OH. So now the rule slightly changes. I will choose chlorine because there's too much pretty girl. I need to kick some of it out. So you only change this when you see concentration change. When they didn't mention anything about the concentration, they didn't say anything about this mole, decimeter cube, nothing, you follow back the rule just now. So you pray hard, they ask this lah. If they ask this one, that means they are, asking a slightly more difficult question. All right, so you choose Cl, Br, and I for anion. Cation is the same. Okay, pilih Cl, bromine, iodine untuk anion. Cation adalah sama. Okay, we don't change the rule for the guys. So explanation. Okay, by the way, this explanation, if you want, okay, later you can highlight this thing. I mean, if you get the notes. So why do we choose the lower guy, the lower ion in the electrochemical series? Because the less electropositive. This is good looking for the guy. This is good looking for the girl. Okay, so the more it will be discharged, the more it will be kicked out from the water. So for this one, the rule slightly changes. The lower the cation in the electrochemical series, cation is the guy, semakin rendah cation, the less electropositive. Remember, less electropositive means less lengthai, less good looking, less kacha. I choose that guy. Okay, the more it will be discharged. But for this one, it's slightly different. ClBri is discharged because it is more concentrated. We slightly change the rule here. Okay, so this is the part that I seriously don't wish this thing will be asked in exam because it will be a little bit more confusing. Okay, so the best way is by looking at example. Okay, let's look at the example. So as you can see here, so let's look at your battery. Let's look at your battery. As you can see, positive. This is negative. So again, make it a good habit. Draw your electron flow. Okay, draw your electron flow. Hey, let me tell you this. Sometimes if the question is trying to trick you, they will secretly flip this thing around, and you might not notice. Because I got student kena like this before. Okay, the teacher just suddenly changed this thing. Oh, they see this thing. Wow, very happy. Oh, they started doing everything. Oh, come out everything wrong because they got their polarity wrong. The battery charge is wrong. So I know sometimes when you see questions like this, oh, you got study, you get very excited. Please calm down. Look at the battery. Don't get too excited. Okay, so this is positive here. This is your anode. This is your cathode. Okay, this is your negative here. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, we recognize which is the positive and negative. Second step, what do? You write out what is inside the pool. What is inside the swimming pool? What are all the guys and girls inside the swimming pool? So as you can see, this is sodium chloride solution. That means you have NaCl. Okay, that means you have Na plus Cl negative. You don't need to memorize the charge. You always have to know positive will be on the left side. Negative will be on the right side, okay? Because we always say that guys will stand on the left, right? As a guy, you wear your watch on the left side, right? Okay, because in Mandarin, we say 男左女右, guy left, girl right. That means guy will stand on the left side, okay? Girl will stand on the right side. So you will always know that this Na is the positive one, okay? Cl is the negative. Don't need to memorize the charge. When the exam come out full name with short form, most of the time they will give you this thing. Okay, because if they tell you sodium chloride without telling you this thing, many people will get wrong. Okay, but here's the thing, even if they don't give you this, you can still do, because you see, sodium is in front, right? It's on the left side, right? When you write sodium chloride, okay, when you write sodium chloride, sodium is on the left side, right? So sodium is positive, okay? Chlorine is on the left side, on the right side, right? So this is negative, so always guy will be on the left, girls will be on the right. So guys will wear watch on the left side, girls will wear watch on the right side. Generally lah. Okay. So anyway, so when you see solution, you know this is water. Okay. As you know, water is H2O. So this one you learn in Form 2 already lor. H is positive in front lor. O is negative, next to it lor. Okay, but if you just want to write everything out, this thing will be H plus and OH minus. Okay, so now what do? You write everything into this box here. Okay, I mean, you can just roughly draw this thing in exam lah. You don't need to draw so pretty lah, as this is for your own reference. So what are the cations? Cation ion is positive. Cathode punya ion what? Okay, positive. Anion is negative. So what are all the positive? Who are the guys here? That will be your sodium and your hydrogen. Okay, sodium, hydrogen, and then who are the negative ones? Who are the girls? You have your chlorine and hydroxide, Cl and OH. Okay, so now third step, choose. Who do we choose? Who is the guy who will be kicked out from the pool? Who is the ugly one? Well, obviously it's H. Okay, this is like a normal short guy. This is like BTS level length. Oh yo, this is BTS. Okay, most girls here like BTS, isn't it? I don't know what your definition of good looking is lah. Maybe you're a fan of BTS. Okay, whatever. Okay, as long as this is the good looking one. So you will choose the ugly one. This guy will gonna kick out from the pool. Okay, and then of course this one, these two. So usually we will choose OH, isn't it? Because OH is the uglier girl. But you see, now they say that, okay, or it's not mentioned here lah. Usually they will tell you this is 2 mole decimeter cube. I can add this thing here. Okay, so 2 mole decimeter cube. If this is concentrated, you will choose the slightly higher one. So in this case, I will choose Cl. Okay, in this case, I will choose Cl. But I will never go as high as this. Okay, you will never choose F or SO4 or NO3. Because why? Like I said, these three they are like Blackpink level, very good looking girls. You won't kick them out from the pool. They are like very high level, good looking girls. So they are inside here. They will never be chosen. Same as guys lah. Okay, this is like BTS level. This is like Red Velvet or Twice level. You won't choose them because they are too good looking. Okay, so you choose Cl here. All right, so at the cathode, which is this ion here, who will be chosen? Hydrogen will be chosen. Okay, hydrogen ion. Ion hydrogen will be discharged. Discharge is kick out. When you gonna discharge from hospital, means the hospital kick you out lah. Like you are recovered already. Please don't take my bed space. Please go out. Okay, if you're gonna COVID today, the hospital discharge you means you can go home already. They kick you out. You're okay now. Okay, thankfully. So you're gonna discharge already, you're gonna kick out. So hydrogen gonna kick out because it is less what? Because it is less length, isn't it? Less good looking, isn't it? Because it is less electropositive. Okay, electropositive. Then your sodium ion. Oh, I wrote this the wrong space. Okay, daripada ion natrium. Okay, this kurang electropositive. My handwriting is horrible. Okay, that's why my mom always say I should become a doctor instead of a teacher. Okay, this is my best handwriting today already, to be fair. Okay, it will be much worse usually. Okay, I tell myself to write better today, even though it is not very good lah. As long as you understand, okay? As long as you understand. So anyway, so at anode, okay, which is this positive here, so who will be chosen? Chlorine will be kicked out. Okay, chlorine ion. Okay, ion chlorine will kena tendang, okay, because it is more concentrated. Kerana ia lebih pekat. So this one you cannot use electronegative already, because when you say electronegative, the less length one, the less not good looking one is actually this guy. But now I'm choosing the good looking one out because it is more concentrated. Okay, so let me do a summary. You have two situations here. When they don't mention the concentration, you just choose the lowest guy for both. When they tell you this is concentrated, you follow the same for the guy, for the cation, and for the girl, you choose the slightly higher one. Okay, so how about the third situation? Okay, you might say, sir, how about, you say there are 3 situations, right? How about the type of electrode here? This one, I'm not going to go into this today because one, it is slightly more complicated. And then second, this thing is less likely to come out in exam. Okay, less likely. You will most likely 99% see question in these 2 situations. Okay, because you are science, you are not chemistry. So they will try to make the questions easier. Okay, so is this difficult? Maybe it is slightly technical for you, but it is not. Okay, if this looks very complicated for you, what do you need? You need more practice. Okay, if you do this for 10 times, 20 times, you're going to finish all the past year question, all the electrolysis question, you will find out that the question will look more or less the same. Okay, so let's look at our SPM question, shall we? Okay, let's look at our question. I didn't put any objective question here because I don't think there's any need to, because if you can do subjective, then objective you can definitely do. All right, so Solan Roto, structured question. So number one, what is electrolysis? Okay, so like I said, electro is electric, lysis is breaking. Okay, so it is to, okay, the decomposition. Okay, decomposition means breaking down. Decomposition of electrolyte using electricity. Okay, penguraian elektrolit menggunakan keelektrikan. Okay, you might say, sir, why is your definition so short? Because you see, this one so long, leh. Why is the thing inside your question, why your notes, why is it so long? You see, electrolysis is the decomposition of compound. You see, I just shortcut this thing into electrolyte. Okay, because you see, okay, come, let me teach you how to memorize. Okay, I'm sure you take pendidikan moral, right? You memorize definisi, right? Isn't that the stupidest thing to memorize? For those who take pendidikan moral, okay, when you memorize definisi, you don't bulat-bulat memorize the whole thing. Okay, you're not memorizing mantra. Okay, you just need to memorize the kata kunci, the keyword. So the kata kunci for electrolysis is decomposition. Okay, penguraian means breaking. Electrolyte, electrolyte, and your electricity, keelektrikan. You just need your kata kunci. Like they ask you, what is kepercayaan kepada Tuhan? Are you kepercayaan wujudnya Tuhan? Okay, sebagai pencipta alam, memenuhi segala suruhannya. I see, I still remember my moral. Okay, although it's it's like so long ago. Okay, so you memorize the kata kunci. You don't memorize the whole thing. Okay, because like I said, your brain will choose the easiest thing to memorize. Don't saturate your brain with useless info. You just choose the keywords to memorize. All right. There you see they ask you to draw. Okay, so if they ask you to draw, untung lah you. Why do I say so? Because you only need two things. You only need the water. You only need the stick. Okay, and of course the stick will connect to battery lah. Okay, and the sticks are called electrode. The water is called electrolyte. Okay, you might say, so little. Then you label bigger lor. Okay, just in case they say, you didn't label this thing. Okay, Rukun Nagara is not sejarah. Yeah, I actually believe Rukun Nagara is a good thing lah. It teaches you how to be a good Malaysian. Okay, so this thing is your battery. Okay, but the key point here is your electrode and your electrolyte. As long as you draw this thing correctly, as long as you label this thing correctly, hey, 2 marks. Okay, no need to grandpa story write so long, draw this thing 2 marks. Okay, so you say, sir, if they ask you to draw how? If they ask you to draw, good. You untung. Okay, good for you. Although mine is very ugly lah. You say, wow, sir, why is your diagram so canggih one? Why this one so cacat one? Don't care lah. This is not pendidikan seni. Okay, so as long as this thing makes sense, you have your electrode, you have your electrolyte, boom, end of story. Okay, so next, C, describe the movement of ion to electrode during electrolysis. So what ions do you have inside water? You have cation and anion, right? Cathode punya ion, which is positive, anode punya ion, which is negative. How about electrode? Electrode, you have your cathode, you have your anode. So how do they move? So cation, okay, cation is attracted to cathode. Okay, cation ditarik ke cathode, and then anion is attracted to anode. Okay, anion ditarik ke anode. My handwriting is getting worse, isn't it? Okay, hey, this is not worse already. I have my, I have a friend who's a doctor. You know what did he say? He wrote this. Okay, and then he said, you bring this thing to the pharmacy, they will understand. I say, huh? Okay, and then when I bring this thing to pharmacy, you know what the pharmacy said? Oh, this is paracetamol, Panadol. Okay, I'll give you some Panadol. Huh? How they know? Okay, how they know? So you think my handwriting is terrible? You look at the doctor. This is paracetamol. The more you know. Okay, so anyway, so let's look at our second question. Okay, so you have two sets of experiments here. Okay, so you have set 1, electrolysis of 1 mole decimeter cube hydrochloric acid. Okay, they give HCl here. Number 2, electrolysis of 0.01 mole, that's decimeter cube hydrochloric acid. So now you see, this is your second situation, right? Concentrated, right? And then of course, this one is your first situation, right? 0.01, this is very diluted. So for set 2, this is our normal SOP. You choose the lowest guy, you choose the lowest girl. Whereas for set 1, this one is slightly different. You still choose the lowest guy, but for the girl, you choose slightly higher. Can you see the Cl here? You know what's going on. So during electrolysis, which ion moves to the anode and cathode in both sets? Okay, so let me just draw this thing out first. Okay, when you see hydrochloric acid, when you see acid, acid is a solution. Okay, you know that inside solution means you have water, right? That means here you have your H plus and Cl negative. Here you have your H plus and OH negative. Now you see, they cut your job even simpler now. You only have one guy. Usually we have two guys, right? Now we only have one guy. You see, you cut your problem short. So now you have your Cl and OH. So which ion will move to anode? Anode is your anion. Anion is negative, right? So anode is positive. So who is the negative here? That would be your chlorine and OH. Okay, so that would be your chloride ion and your hydroxide ion. Okay, please don't write the symbol, write the full name, because symbol is only accepted in chemistry. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. If you want, you write both. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you write your ions here, and then of course cathode. Cathode is negative. Okay, it will attract cation, which is positive. There's only one cation here. That would be your hydrogen ion. Okay, your hydrogen ion. Okay, so state the product form. So who will be chosen? Okay, let me just draw a quick chart here. Cation and anion. Cation will be your H plus, anion will be your Cl and OH. Now you see, when you draw this thing, it makes so much sense now. It's so easier to see now. Okay, so first one, 1 mole decimeter cube. Okay, they only want anode. That means they only want anion. They don't care about cation. You see, they make our job easier now. So 1 mole, that means this is concentrated, right? So remember my second situation, concentrated, which one do we choose? We don't choose the ugly one, we choose the concentrated one. Okay, if you still remember, when we go back up there, you see, now we choose Cl when it is concentrated. Okay, so this is our second situation. So in this case, you will choose your chloride ion. Okay, if it is diluted, this one much easier lah. SOP just jalan as normal. You choose the lower one. You choose the ugly one. So that would be your hydroxide ion. Okay, they don't even want to ask your ion, isn't it? Oh yeah, next question. Okay, so what is the product formed at the cathode during the electrolysis? So what is cathode? Okay, so you know this is hydrogen ion, right? But you see, read the question. They don't want which ion. They want the product. Product is what? product is what you see lah. Okay, hydrogen ion will become hydrogen gas. Okay, hydrogen is a gas, right? Okay, gas, hydrogen. Okay, do you still remember how to test hydrogen gas? The one in your form 2, you take a glowing wooden splinter, kayu uji membakar, you put it in your hydrogen, you will hear pop sound. Please don't say you forget that thing. And how do you test oxygen? Simple, you just put that thing again, you see more fire lor. Okay, this thing in form 2 already lah. So E, explain the difference in the product's form during electrolysis of hydrochloric acid HCl. Terangkan perbezaan produk. Why is it different here? Why is it different here? So now you need to explain in diluted solution. Okay, in diluted acid in diluted acid, because it is less Langlois, isn't it? Less good looking, isn't it? Less not so good looking. So the word is it is less electronegative than Cl minus. Okay, less good looking. So for the BM, I will just write the keyword here, kurang electronegative. Okay, kurang electronegative daripada chlorine. So this is the first situation. Okay, the second situation, in concentrated acid. Okay, so who is chosen? Cl minus is chosen. Okay, of course in exam you spell this thing out lah. I'm just giving you in short form. So Cl minus is chosen because it is more concentrated. Okay, kerana ia lebih pekat. Okay, so 2 situations here. Let me repeat this again. Oh, I feel like astro now. Keep repeating the same thing. Okay, so 2 situations. The first situation is when they don't mention anything about concentration, you just choose the lowest guy, you just choose the lowest guy. Okay, the ugly one will be kicked out. Second situation, when they say it's concentrated, the guy you just follow, the girl you choose the higher one, which is chlorine, bromine, and iodine. That's all. Okay, so you pray hard, this thing will come out in exam a lot. If they ask you to draw lah, write lah, this lah, that lah, wow, you get like 5-6 marks here for free. Okay, not for free lah, you studied for it lah. Okay, so I think that would be it for today. Okay, so just a quick note lah. So if you would like to join more of my class, okay, you can go to this website, TDC Education. Okay, and of course you can just fill up the form. Okay, you can screenshot this. And of course, we'll contact you as soon as possible. Okay, so your SPM, I believe, is in February, so you have plenty of time to study. Not only you have that's why they say this pandemic is actually a good thing. I mean, it's not really a good thing, but it has some good point. It gives you more time to study, right? It makes your question easier because you are the first year using this syllabus. They will make your question slightly easier, and of course they will pull the grade, the passing grade lower or the A grades lower. So use the advantage of that. Okay, use the advantage of that. It's in March. Okay, yeah, sure. So you have plenty of time to study. There's no excuse. Please don't say, sir, I very shuko, I only need a C. Okay, if I hear you saying that, I will lecture you for 2 hours. Why you are wrong? Why you shouldn't think like that? Okay, please. Everything is about your mentality. If you think positively, I'm sure A is no problem for you. All right. So for now, I think I will pass it back to Miss Joey. Okay. So we have our Q&A session. So if you have any question, okay, please ask ahead. Any chapter, okay, I will answer your question.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Eddie. Okay, so students, if you have any question, you can just quickly drop your questions in the chat box, okay, so that we can compile the question and help you to ask Teacher Eddie. Okay, so actually, I have few of the question here, okay, because some of the students may PM us. All right, so just let me quick check to read out the questions for you, yeah. Okay, so actually the student is asking for the either paper, science paper, I think paper 1 or paper 2 they actually require students to write a lot of the essay thingy, right? So for professional work like the CPR, LSR, and also the CFC, they can write in short form or must in full name?
Okay, for CPR, CFC, you can definitely write it in short form because it's a very long name. Okay, we just refer them as the short form. But of course, in chemistry, when it comes to elements, the thing I mentioned just the chlorine one, of course, you don't write short form. CFC, you can write short form. CPR, you can write short form. Yes. And for try to keep your answer short. Try to keep your answer short because you see, in structure question, the questions are most likely 1 mark, 2 mark, 1 mark, 2 mark, 1 mark, 2 mark. Try not to overdo. If you need to write over the lines, okay, let's say if they give you 2 lines, if you write more than 2 lines, you already overdone. It's too much. Okay, try to keep your answer short and precise. This is not about like your BM essay. Okay, I'm sure BM essay, student has this mentality that, wow, my next neighbor, they tambah kertas, wow, I cannot kalah. I tambah also. I tambah. I write more. No. This is wrong. Keep your answer short. Long doesn't mean better. Okay? So I'm sure there are some questions in the chat. Can I answer them?
Yep.
Okay, so you're confused about the concentration. Okay, so Jiao, concentration. Okay, let me just do a quick revision again. Whenever you see something, it is 1 mole decimeter cube, that means it is concentrated. If it is less than 1, it is diluted. So let me repeat this again. If it is diluted, it is the first situation. Okay, diluted, first situation, you just follow SOP, choose the lowest guy, lowest girl. And then for the second one, if it is concentrated, more than 1, you will follow cation, choose the lowest guy. Anion, you will choose these 3, slightly higher. That's all. This one you will need to memorize lah. Okay, I hope I answered your question. And is there any chapter that we need to focus? Okay, you try to focus on something that requires. Okay, I don't know what's your strong point. For guys, most likely your strong point will be in physics. When it comes to calculation, guys are very good one. Guys tend to weak in memorization. When it comes to like the adrenal gland, your pituitary gland, guys don't really know the one. You focus on that. Whereas for girls, I don't know why, after years of teaching, girls, they don't like calculation one. When you tell them acceleration, you tell them all these velocity, they will say, what is that? Okay, so you focus on the thing that you are weakest at. So how do you know which you are weaker at? 2 more questions. Find out which one you tend to get wrong more. Then you focus there. Okay, if you are generally okay, generally strong, or generally weak, you just keep doing all the exercise until you get stronger. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so if the question asks us to give definition, no need give yes, Jacinta, you just need keywords. Same goes to your moral. I see I'm revising your moral also. So for moral, for anything, you are just catching keywords. Okay, this advice you can carry up to your university. Hey, next time, university, okay, let me tell you a little bit about university. Next time when you study university, 1 semester is 3 months. Okay, and 1 semester, your textbook is as thick as your success science book. You have to finish that in 3 months. Can you memorize all that? No, you can't. So keyword is the fastest way to study. We want efficiency. We don't want to, spend a lot of time memorizing words that we don't need. So keyword is the main point here. Okay, so just choose the word start with C or B, if not just hydroxide or concentrate. You can use this method also. So like I said, if you are really, really lazy, just choose the bottom few to memorize. Okay, not advisable lah. What if they gone out of syllabus? If they ask something higher, then you die lor. Okay, so the best way is by memorize everything. Bring your whole arsenal to the gun, to the fight. Okay, you don't say I go to the war. Very mafan lah. I don't bring the meriam. The meriam I keep at home. You keep at home for what? You bring everything. Give it everything. Bring all your bullets. Okay, it's a just in case thing. All right. So I hope I answer your question. So do you have any questions more for me?
Yeah, there's few more questions here as well. Okay, so right. I just quickly read out. So if like students draw the program, the diagram, sorry, the diagram. Yeah. So if wrong, would it be totally no point?
Okay. It is usually like that. 2 marks, 1 for drawing, another for labeling. They won't give you too much lah. If you want them to give, if you want them to give you 5, you can sleep earlier tonight because it's not going to happen. Okay, it's most likely 2 marks, 1 for drawing and 1 for labeling. Okay. So I think I will answer the chat. Hope you update your YouTube. Oh yeah. By the way, I have my YouTube channel. Okay, so I did posted something. Oh, I damn long didn't update my YouTube channel already. Okay, so as you can see, I did analyze some papers, SPM paper. I seriously hope I have the time to update my YouTube, because making YouTube is a lot of work. To make this one video, it would easily take me 1 week. Because I'm not a pro YouTuber, I have to do editing, I have to choose the music, I have to keep things short, I have to record this and that and this and that. I will try, but there's no promise because I'm seriously very busy. So if I have the chance, I will definitely do so. Okay, so you would like to ask what university I went to. I went to Utah University, or they like to call it University Tak Ada Rehat. Okay, cause it's actually, I spent a lot of my lever life there, okay, because I spent a lot of nights studying. Okay, but I studied engineering, by the way. Okay, so it's a very liver burning course to go through. You thought university is a place to relax. It is. Okay, you have 2 types of people in university. It depends what you want lah. Some people, they go there to relax. For them, pass is okay. For me, I have a scholarship to retain, so I have to give it all my best. So it depends on what you're trying to achieve. If you are those kind that is those very chillax one, for you, no need get so good lah. I can pass, my mommy, daddy happy, can already. Then good for you. But if you are the crazy Asian, your mommy say, oh, less than an A, you are an Asian, you are not a Bijan, you must get A. Then you have to spend every day in the library. So it depends on, what you are trying to achieve. Please don't believe people telling you that university is a simple place. It is not a simple to relax place. Okay, those people who tell you that, they are most likely lazy people who don't study. Okay, what engineering is that you learn? I learned civil engineering. I basically learned how to build houses. But why am I here teaching chemistry? I also don't know. Basically, I like teaching more. I like teaching more than building houses. Okay, so that's why I'm here. Okay, so why not teach physics instead of rolling? Oh yeah, by the way, since when it comes to teaching, last time I used to have my own tuition center. I teach everything. Okay, I teach bio, physics, chemistry, maths, science. I even teach sejarah and English. Okay, so basically my liver doesn't really like me. My liver always tell me, bro, you need to sleep, bro, you need to rest. But for me, my liver, I'm like, yeah, I can rest when I'm old. Okay, so I push my liver to the limit. But wrong example lah, guys. Take care of your liver. Okay, so that's why when you ask me, that's why in my class I always talk about sejarah stuff, because I like political stuff, I like history stuff. Okay, so I will tend to go out of syllabus. I'm a very good storyteller. I always like to tell grandfather, grandmother story one. So I always talk about sejarah stuff. Okay, why didn't you apply for local university? I couldn't get it. It's a very sad story lah. Okay, so if you choose to come to my class, I'll tell more about that. Okay, so we need to teach sejarah. I decided not to take so many subjects to teach because my liver really need to rest. Okay, if not, my liver will turn into dust already. Okay, so do you have any question else?
Okay, I don't have any questions here for me. So students, do you have any other questions? I think that DJ Eddie is very popular among the students asking about the YouTube channel, etc. Yeah, so students, do you have any other questions?
I spent a lot of time on YouTube last year. Yeah. But this year, unfortunately, a little bit of constraint. there's a lot of editing to do because I'm a very
Yeah,
OCD
yeah,
person.
understand.
I'm a very
Yeah.
OCD person. I cannot let my video have a little bit of, you know, slightly some imperfection. Wow, I cannot tahan.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a very OCD person. So that's why I torture my liver like that because I'm a very OCD person.
Yeah. So we hope that Teacher Eddie can do more in YouTube, so that we can subscribe your channel.
Yeah. Okay, I hope so. Okay, so may I know what Sir's branch?
Yeah.
I'm in TTC, Kota Kemuning branch. Kota Kemuning, Puchong Utama, PJO Town, and Sri Kembangan. Okay, I'm in these few branches. Okay, so should you choose to come to my class, okay, we will just as a quick thing we just finished our syllabus this week. So I mean, if you choose to join us TDC and come into my class, it's still not too late because I am just starting on revision now. Okay, should you choose to join our TDC class, we will let you do so much revision until next year February. You'll be sick of it. Okay, when you see science question, you'll be like, "Ayo, sir, this question again. I don't care. I will force you to do because I want nothing less than an A for you." Okay, like I said, I'm a perfectionist. I want all of us to get A. Okay, so I will push you to the limit. Okay, that's just me. All right, so I hope I answer all your questions.
All right, so I think no more questions from the floor. So can we take a very quick group photo with Teacher Eddie? Okay, so students,
sure.
yeah, so students, can you please open up your camera if you are available? If you're convenient, please open up your camera. Let me see your beauty and handsome faces so that we can take a very quick group photo with Teacher Eddie. Okay, so I will let Sam to take photo with us, yeah? Okay, so while we waiting others to open up their camera, maybe give around like 10 seconds. Okay, very quick here. Okay, thank you guys. All right, so yep. On 3. All right, so get ready. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
So I wish you all the best. Okay, selamat maju jaya semua. I will see you on the other side with your A in your science. I have full confidence in you.
All right. Thank you.
All
okay.
right. Good night, everyone. Have a happy weekend. Okay.
Good
Thank
night.
you, everyone, and good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So for students those haven't joined the Telegram, just we'll share the notes in the Telegram group. Okay, so no worries. Thank you.